Hello YouTubers, this is SHEM. In this video I'll compare the two generations of Sony's compact flagship models from the Z series. I'll attempt to show you all of the differences between the devices. Will the Z3 Compact prove to be a worthy successor to the first generation? So let's begin with the build quality of the devices. At first sight, both smartphones look almost identical as they were built with Sony's omnibalance design in mind. There have been quite a few changes in the build materials used. Aluminum is the material that prevails in the Z1 Compact. It has tempered glass surrounded by a rim of plastic in the front and a plastic back cover. In the Z3 Compact we have tempered glass in both front and back, but the body is made of plastic. This design change must have been done to accommodate the bigger display whilst keeping the same size. Both models have the IP certification, which means that they are dust-proof and water-resistant to a depth of 1.5 meters for up to 30 minutes. The rating has been increased from IP58 to IP68 in the Z3 Compact, meaning that it is more dust and particle resistant. The Z1 Compact is available in 4 colors: black, white, lime and pink, whereas the Z3 Compact in white, black, orange and mint green. When it comes to the size, the Z1 Compact has 127mm in length, 64.9mm in width, and 9.5mm in thickness. The Z3 Compact is very similar, but the smartphone is not 0.3 of a millimeter longer, has the same width, but the thickness is now only 8.6mm. The weight has also been reduced from 137 grams for Z1 Compact to 129 grams for the Z3 Compact. Now let's take a closer look at the build of both models. On the left side, both have flaps covering the ports and pogo pins for magnetic charging. The Z1 Compact's flaps are made of metal and open from the side, whereas the Z3 Compact has plastic flaps that pry open from the top. Below the bottom flap, the Z3 Compact has a new SIM card slot that now supports the nano SIM size, instead of micro SIM in the predecessor. On the bottom, both models have an attachment for a leash. The Z1 Compact has it on the right and the Z3 on the left. Additionally, the bottom is where you'll find the speaker of the Z1 Compact and also the first microphone. The Z3 also has its microphone here. On the right side is where the dedicated camera buttons, the volume rockers and power buttons of both devices are. Some cosmetic changes have been made to the camera and the power buttons in the Z3 Compact, and they are now bigger and easier to press as a result. The top is where both smartphones have water-resistant headphone jacks. The jack in Z3 Compact supports digital noise cancellation technology, and here you can also find its second microphone. So let's talk about the front now. Both the Z1 and the Z3 Compact have tempered glass on the front. However, the Z1 Compact has a factory-installed anti-shatter screen protector with an imprinted Sony logo, which tends to scratch easily and was criticized by its owners. The display-to-frame ratio has been noticeably improved in the new model. Both devices come with multicolored LED notification lights, and in the Z1 Compact the LED is hidden inside the speakerphone, and in Z3 we can find a small dot in the upper left corner of the front panel. Personally, I prefer the look of the older model. As I've mentioned previously, the back of the Z1 Compact is made of plastic and it has a second microphone located on the top. The device was plagued by flash bleed problems where the light would be reflected from the rim around the lens. In the Z3 Compact, the flash was moved further away from the lens to avoid this problem. The Z1 Compact has a 4.3-inch display with 720 by 1280 resolution with pixel density of 342 pixels per inch. The display in Z3 Compact is not 3 inches bigger and has the same resolution, resulting in a decrease in pixel density. 2 stereo speakers can be found above and below the display. Both panels are made in IPS LCD technology. The colors of Z1 Compact are on a warmer side, adding a slightly yellow hue to the whites. The colors on Z3 Compact, on the other hand, look cool and there's a slightly blue hue. Neither one of the displays is properly calibrated, but we can adjust the white balance in phone's display settings. When it comes to the sound on speakers, the Z3 Compact is a clear winner. The speaker on Z1 Compact is very poor and the sound shallow. In Z3 on the other hand, Sony installed a set of stereo speakers on the front that are not only loud but also produce a satisfying sound. Now let's talk about the technical specification. Both devices are equipped with quad-core Snapdragon chips. The Z1 Compact has the Snapdragon 800, clocked at 2.2 GHz with Adreno 330, and the Z3 Compact a newer Snapdragon 801, clocked at 2.5 GHz with Adreno 330 graphics chip. Both the Z1 Compact and the Z3 Compact have 2 GB of RAM memory and 16 GB of internal storage expandable by micro SD card slots. In Z3 Compact, the maximum supported size for micro SD card has been increased from 64 to 128 GB. In terms of performance, there isn't really any noticeable difference as the Z1 Compact runs smoothly. In AnTuTu benchmark, the Z3 Compact achieved a result 3000 points higher than the Z1 Compact and topped the charts. When it comes to batteries, they are non-removable in both, and the capacity has increased from 2300 mAh in Z1 Compact to 2600 in Z3 Compact. Speaking of the battery, let's talk about battery life. The Z1 Compact is a true marathon runner when it comes to how long its battery lasts, and unfortunately this characteristic was not fully preserved in the newer model. Despite a bigger battery, the increased screen size as well as the processor clocked at higher speed results in slightly shorter battery life. During a 30-minute continuous video playback streamed from YouTube on Wi-Fi and full brightness, the phones achieved an almost identical result. The battery in Z1 Compact dropped by 10 and that in Z3 Compact by 11%, and both results are very impressive and would translate into 5 hours of continuous work. Nevertheless, the battery in Z3 Compact lasts a little shorter during everyday use. On the software side, both the Z1 Compact and the Z3 Compact run on the newest Android 4.4.4 KitKat with a skin from Sony. When it comes to the differences in software, there aren't many. The first one can be found under Notification Access in Security Settings, where you can grant access to notifications for a dedicated cover with a special cutout. Additionally, in the Power menu, you will find an awesome new screen record function that lets you capture the screen of your device while simultaneously recording with a front camera. There is a sample video recorded with the Z3 Compact presenting this feature on my channel. In display settings, you can now find a new image enhancing mode and double tap to wake gesture. In recent app, there is now a close all button. In quick settings in notification menu, they changed the way you arrange the quick toggles, which is a lot more intuitive. And in power management, there is a new ultra stamina mode that minimizes the battery use to the minimum by allowing only basic functions. At the end, I want to talk a little bit about the cameras. Both smartphones have the same 20.7 megapixel module with a high aperture. There are a few changes on the software side though. In Z3 Compact's video settings, you'll find an option to record Full HD video in 60 frames per second, and additionally in shooting modes there is 4K recording. The Z1 Compact records at a maximum resolution of 1080p in 30 frames per second. There is also a brilliant time-shift video mode in Z1 Compact that lets you record in slow motion. Both features are missing in Z1 Compact, but if you're an advanced Android user, then you can find a video showing you how to install and mod with these features on your phone on my channel. There are 4 additional new shooting modes found in the Z3 Compact that you won't find on the Z1 Compact. The first being Sound Photo, that lets you capture the sound of the surroundings whilst taking a picture. Second is Multi-Camera, that gives you an option to capture a photograph from multiple angles after connecting to a supported Sony camera or smartphone. Third is called Phase In and lets you capture an image simultaneously with front and back cameras. And the fourth is called Background Defocus and lets you blur out the background of your images. When it comes to picture quality, the results are quite surprising. In superior auto mode, the Z1 Compact did better in well-lit conditions, as the Z3 Compact often overexposed the images. The Z3 Compact did however do a lot better in night photography. The 2 megapixel front-facing camera in Z1 Compact has been replaced by a 2.2 megapixel module, and there is a significant improvement that will make your selfies look better. To summarize, the Z3 Compact has improved over Z1 Compact in the following areas: the display to frame ratio, bigger screen, thinner body, redesigned power and camera buttons, no anti-shadow film on the screen, newer CPU, bigger battery, stereo speakers located in the front, higher capacity of supported microSD cards, increased front camera resolution, more camera functions, and support for a new dedicated cover with a cutout. The main area where Z3 Compact is worse when compared to the predecessor is a marginally worse battery life. Additionally, the automatic camera mode is still not properly tuned, and the results are often poorer on the Z3 Compact as my test showed. I will also mention the use of plastic here, which in my opinion is a weakness, and the less attractive looking notification LED. And just so the list is complete, the decreased pixel density of the screen, but you wouldn't be able to tell that. Is it worth swapping your Z1 Compact for the newer model? Well, that's a question you have to answer yourself. In my opinion, there is a long list of new features, but until the price of the new model is almost double, you should still appreciate the awesome Z1 Compact. I hope that you've enjoyed my video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, as I have more videos coming up soon. Thanks for watching.